Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a cool subject for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. What is our cool subject for today? Our cool subject for today is how to sell warranties on your furniture sales. Okay, what do you say? I said how to sell warranties, service agreements, maintenance agreements, warranties, fabric protection. You've got all different types of protections that you can put on furniture. I'm just saying, guys. And today we're just going to have a little bit of a conversation about how to make it easier on yourself. One of the key things that I'll mention to you is never offer your warranties, service agreements, your fabric protection, your wood care, your leather care, or any type of care at the end of your sales. The reason why is what you want to do, it's very simple. In the beginning, when the customer comes in, they don't know what they're looking for, or maybe they've been online, they've been doing their research and are coming to your store. They maybe already got financing. Those are some things that you're going to learn while you're talking to the customer. But when they first walk in, what I've always done is I always say, good morning or good afternoon. Hi, welcome. We're so glad to see you today. And then come on in. Always real friendly. And I'm always dressed clean. My teeth are always brushed. I don't smell bad. And I look good. And so a lot of times when they'll say, well, what brings you in today? Oh, we're just looking. Well, they are looking. They're looking for a salesperson to help them buy something. They just don't like to be pushed into purchasing something they don't want. That's just what they always do. Customers always say, no, I'm just looking. They're looking for you, a salesperson. And you always just laugh it off. That's great. I appreciate y'all coming in. Say, hey, listen, we got a great special going on. I always have in my hand, I have a credit application. I always have a advertisement of the sale, what's going on. And if you can get a piece of paper that's got the information that talks about your guarantees, your service agreements, your warranties, and how they work, it's really good to have that in your hand when they walk in the door. And one of the first things I say is, welcome, we're so glad to see you today. What brings you in today? Okay, we're looking for a bedroom suite. Wonderful. We've got a great selection. And by the way, let me tell you about our service, so that way you'll be able to find yourself and know what's going on. We do bundle packages here. They're all written, and I'll go over that once you figure out what you like. Now, you said you folks are looking for a leather set. You're looking for a bedroom suite. It don't matter what they're looking for. And then I'll say, well, that's wonderful. We've got a great special going on today. And let me tell you real quick, and then I'll let you go. And then with my advertisement, it'll say 30% off. It'll say, 0% interest. It'll say no payments until whatever. Okay, you want to give this up front when the customer walks in your door, because what it does is it gives them something in their hand, and they're thinking, well, maybe I can save some money today. I wasn't expecting that, but it's nice to know. Sometimes they already know that there's a 0-inch promotion, but if you've got an advertisement, it shows pictures of different things that are there in your store. I hadn't thought about getting those accessories. Just saying, guys. And on top of that, I always say, listen, whatever you decide to purchase here today, we always offer good service after the sale. And they'll look at you. And what I mean by that is we go ahead and we can cover all of your merchandise up to 5 years. Now, some companies, they'll give you that 5-year guarantee, where I'm not telling the customer, but I'm telling you that they'll give you that 5-year guarantee. And if they hadn't used that guarantee at the end of the 5 years, you need to go ahead and say, and by the way, if you don't use our service agreements, because things, last, and if they don't use them, we go ahead and give you that money towards another purchase. And so that's just another way to sell it. Also, the customer, your company may have service agreements that, hey, at the end of the 5 years, they don't get nothing back. But you don't go into that. What you do, you say, we've got 5 years worth of guarantees, and we can make sure that if whatever you purchase has a problem, we're going to go ahead and take care of it. We just give you a peace of mind. So you were saying you were looking for bedroom suites? suits? Oh my gosh. Were you thinking about contemporary? Were you thinking about modern? What were you thinking about? And if you've got a nice showroom, you want to go ahead and point them in the right direction. And what I always do is I always kind of watch the customers. I say, hey, y'all go have some fun. Yeah, be excited. Be glad that these customers are there because they want to buy something. They just need you to walk them through the process. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of like watch them and everything. And they'll do this mighty thing called a nest. They'll sit on a particular product. They'll sit there and they will look at it. They'll touch it. They'll rub it. And you can watch them. Those are called buying signals. And what I've always done in my life in selling furniture and high-end electronics and things like that is I let them touch it, and then I'll walk up to him. Hey, this is a beautiful set. Good job. I'm telling you, man. Hey, by the way, see this right here, this little package thing? This is what this means. This gives you the headboard, the footboard, and the rails, and you can pick between, the different pieces, and then that you can make up what they call a bundle deal, and then that way it's a little bit less expensive. Now, also, I always mention to them, do you like what you see in this vignette? Do you like it? Well, we've had a professional who's come to here and they have made sure that we're able to decorate and it brings out the quality of the furniture. Now, do you have all this kind of stuff in your room? Doesn't matter if it's a dining room, living room, kitchen. If you've got accessories like lamps, mirrors, carpet, just anything that can make the buying experience better for the customer, point that stuff out and say, hey, listen, you can have this package just the way you see it. And see, the reason why I stress that is a lot of times when people get furniture delivered, it just doesn't look like it did when it was in the showroom, okay? Because you got professionals who are decorating and making sure that it looks good for the customer, and you want them to have that experience. And I always shared that with them. And then I'll look at them and say, oh, and by the way, and I show them the features and benefits. I show them the coiled springs inside of a sofa. If it's a mattress, I'll talk about the insides, the outsides. I'll talk if it's got wood on it or veneers. I'll talk about veneers, and I'll ask them, well, what happened to the one you got now? Well, it looks, is it in good shape? Is it heirloom quality? Are you going to share that or put it in another bedroom? People will kind of open up to you if you're not trying to sound so salesy. And a lot of times they'll say, nah, it just looks like crap. We've had it for a long time. It's broken. It's missing pieces. And I always mention to them, hey, listen, these things they're on sale now. But here's the key. If we can fit it in your financing, we'll go ahead, and if you're smart, what you'll do is if you should get the other stuff to go with it. I'm talking, you want those things because, see, what'll happen is they'll buy something, right? And in a month or 2, 3 months, they'll come back and they'll see that, hey, where'd that bedroom suit go? Well, it's gone. It's gone discontinued. And unfortunately, I've had it in my own situation where I bought a few pieces and I should have got the whole package, all the pieces that go along with it, because now you've got a customer who's going, dang, I wish I would have really had a salesperson who mentioned that to me. And listen, guys, I have a little portfolio. I carry a little book with me, and inside my little book, I always have pictures of what it looks like. And I also carry along with me things where, if, say, for instance, a customer bought service from us 2 or 3 years ago. If something broke, I want to have some paperwork on 2 or 3 customers who bought the service, and then they were glad that they did. So that way I can say, well, Mary and John bought this 2 years ago. And unfortunately, what happened is the kids were jumping on the bed and it cracked the frame, or the kids were jumping on, or somebody was using it in the living room and broke, one of the things, or there was a rip or a tear, or there was a leather puncture. Just saying, you talk about what happened with your service agreement and saying, listen, generally it costs about $69 to $129 to go to people's homes and take a look at damaged products, because they're too big to be bringing them in, and we'll be more than glad to do that. We take good care of all of our customers customers. But what we do that's a little bit different is we offer what they call a peace of mind. We offer them a service agreement that's going to cover your product for up to 5 years. And we can fit it in your budget, and you won't even be able to tell barely that you even have it on your financing. And remember, guys, you get the 0 interest promotion for a whole year, so it's like getting it almost for free. And the key to success, guys, is you have your little portfolio. Well, inside this particular sofa, see these coils right here? See this foam? See this? You see this? And if you show them different things and have those documents where customers, just get a copy of them. You can go to your office and ask, hey, do we have any service agreements where people had to use it? And can you print that out for me so that way I can use it? You'll probably be the only one, because a lot of times customers or salespeople, they wait till the very end to sell their service agreements. And I always tell them, look, here's the key to success. We have a service agreement. Now, some of these service agreements that they have can replace the whole set. If you buy, say, for instance, a sofa set, you buy the sofa, the love seat, and the chair, and so forth. If something were to go wrong with it, the mechanism, or if, say, for instance, the fabric were to fray and it's not any good quality, sometimes instead of having to replace just the one piece, that's up to your warranty, it's different for each store, they will replace the whole set. And you definitely want to have a copy of where you've had to replace merchandise. You want them to know also what's nice about our service agreement is that it is going to give you the new technology. You're not going to buy something that's sitting in an old warehouse for 3 or 4 years. You're going to get the most update. And generally what we do is we let people come in and reselect. It happens regularly. I'm just saying, guys, I've been in sales a long time, and I've replaced a lot of merchandise for customers because they had the service agreement. Now, you're going to have those people. You got to pepper this information in through your presentation, because they may want to look at 3 or 4 different sets. Well, this comes with the manufacturer's 1-year parts and labor. And what we do is we offer to go ahead and cover it up to 5 years. So if anything breaks, a spring pops out and it just doesn't look right, that if somebody puts a hot plate on this particular table and it laminate, if it gets scratches, cuts, tears, rips, you just got to know your warranties. You got to know them inside and out. And the reason being is because customers will ask you. Okay, and if you don't tell the customer and something goes wrong and they purchase that product and it's 2 or 3 years down the road, they're mad at the company. They're mad at you as a salesperson. If you stick and stay there long enough, you want to sell guarantee service agreements, warranties on everything, because see, it pays you and it makes you look good. But see, here's the thing. Customers who do not get service agreements always are generally the ones who balk the loudest. They're mad, they're frustrated, they say bad things on Yelp, they get on doggone Google and they give you bad reviews. They say bad things about you because your salesperson, they were afraid to ask for the sale. They'll say, well, man, I got the doggone sofa, love seat, chair, I got the recliner and everything. But see, we don't want to lose that magic thing. It's called good customer service at another day. If a customer were to purchase a nice sofa set and it's got moving motion in it or electrical systems built into it, it's going to cost somebody between $69 and a couple of $100. And then they'll go out there and say, well, did you get the warranty? And they'll look at you like, hell no. And then they'll say, well, how much is it going to cost to fix? Well, it could cost $300 or $400 or $500. Well, hell, if it's going to cost that kind of money, a lot of companies will just say, no, it's not worth it. Go ahead and we'll have them reselect and we'll have them come back out. It's nice, guys, I'm telling you. And if you have the capability to sell fabric protection, if you're able to go ahead and sell leather care, those conditioning care, those things really work, and it's just another opportunity for yourself. Also, if you sell bedding, you definitely want to sell those mattress covers. Those mattress covers keep the blood and urine and all the different things that can happen on there, and you gotta kind of walk the customer through it. Say, hey, listen, we got a nice bedroom set. And by the way, we have covers to make sure that it looks good like the first day you bought it, and it'll make it last forever. And by the way, our service agreements on all of our products, if we can't repair it, what we do is we have to replace it. And you get the new technology. Does that make sense? And what I'm telling you guys is you got to sprinkle this through your presentation at the very beginning. Remember, hey, when you first walked in, by the way, we cover all of our products up to 5 years, up to full replacement. Go have fun. You get out there, you show them the bundle package. And by the way, this comes with a manufacturer's limited warranty. I always stress that limited. But what we can do is we can go ahead and cover this up to 5 years. We can go ahead and do repairs, replacements, and we can make sure that if something goes wrong, you've got a peace of mind. So I hope you got a little bit out of this, guys. You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. Give me a thumbs up. Please share my videos. And our topic for today is selling and how to help customers buy extended service agreements, maintenance agreements, warranties, wood care, leather care, fabric protection, and whatever cares you got. And always try to make sure they get as much as they possibly can. But you want to make sure also you find out what they qualify for, find out if they can get financing, and always remember, you want to go ahead and put it into the system, make sure they have it. And if they have it, and if something goes wrong, you are a superstar. So go out there and sell something. But if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. Please subscribe. And by the way, don't forget, if you ask for the order, it's a numbers game. The more people you talk to about your service, the more times you talk about it, the easier it gets. Remember, warranties pay for themselves. I guarantee it. All right. Okay.